Hey guys, what's up? This is NihonTiger and welcome back to the CarnisTerra Server. I am here and the wall is gone. The scary wall that makes... Okay, no, not so much. But it has moved a little bit. You can see here. Moved about... excuse me. My voice. But it's moved about 10 blocks. I hear baby zombies. That's scary. Mysterious pillar in the sky. I'm also a little too close to my microphone. So I'm sure it's picking that up. Now who put this here? Who is digging in my cave? Yo, it's my house. You should watch my videos. You would know I'm here. So I'm guessing we might need to, and I'm all alone now. So I guess not. Squid's on. So I thought I was all alone for a minute there. Everyone was coming and going and leaving and whatnot and etc. So Fallen apparently has done quite a bit of work up here. He's got that all plotted out already. So good thing I'm not building there. I originally thought maybe I would build here, but I guess he's claimed that entire mountaintop. We are gonna hold off a little bit and build out there. So back down into the temporary hidey hole of tininess, and we don't have anything here, but we do have our cave that we almost got killed in last time. So let's bounce down here for a little bit. Hi, Bat. Let's bounce down here for a little bit. Squeak, squeak. Yeah, I know. It's scary. It'll be okay. But let's bounce down here for a little bit and just kind of poke around. Somebody's been down here. Somebody's been down here, and somebody is ruining my cave. This is not cool. All right. Real talk time. Whoever was down here, not cool. I mean, this was area that I had not necessarily claimed, but I'd marked it out on my map. Or I'd kind of... Yeah, someone's already been through here and dug everything, or at least tried to dig everything up, which is... Oh, man, really? Well, at least I left a lot of the iron behind, so I must have been looking for gold and diamonds. But that's not cool. This is perhaps one of the issues with the border is resources are scarce, so people will just kind of randomly show up and be like, "Hi, I'm digging out your entire cave." So I hope you weren't ever planning to do anything in here ever, because too bad. Great. Just what I wanted to come on and find. I haven't been busy all week, so I haven't been able to get in here and get down and dig stuff out, but it's a little disappointing. At least I left the coal and the iron behind so I can get started. Now I'm sure there's probably some kind of iron farm. That's probably also why they left the iron behind. I think somebody's got an iron farm set up, or this, if they don't, someone will have one set up soon. I want to say Squid has one set up, but I'm not certain on that. Is he asking? Use the farm. What? Maybe? Could work. Could be a way to make some profit. So, I know Squid has he's talking about his pigman farm in the Nether, I believe. So I think he wants a 10% fee. Ooh, some shinies down here. That's good. I like redstone. Use it. We'll keep it. We'll take it, and then we'll use it to make a trapdoor for our hidey hole or something. I don't know. We'll find a good use for it. But ooh. Careful now. Careful. So yeah, somebody has already come into my ravine, dug the whole thing up, and left me probably with nothing but bare bones scraps. So wonderful. Yeah, I think this is the problem that the Minecrackers had as well. There's only so much, especially at the start, there's only so much stuff to go around. Especially diamonds, which I'm guessing that's what whoever was down here was looking for. Was for diamonds and lapis. But I left behind the iron, and I will take that. Because I don't have any armor still. Or tools. And I will gladly take all of that for iron. But I digress. While we're down here doing oh my goodness. This is not a good space for that. To move you. Yay! Car hardware. So let's go ahead and we'll make ourselves a pick. Boop. There we go. Grab this redstone. Wonderful. Just make sure there's nothing down there. Nope. Okay, we're good. Be careful. Take that with us. I know I'm supposed to use an axe, but don't care. I'm just gonna take what I need and probably get out of here. But we do have stuff to talk about today, other than complaining that somebody has looted my ravine already. Which, on the other hand, is kind of nice because somebody's already gone through the effort of lighting it up for me. So all I have to do really is just dig up the ores, and it will make the process go by a little bit faster. So what I wanted to talk about today is, while we're doing work here in the ravine of scariness, would like to talk about something that has kind of got my attention again, and that, my friends, would be the wonderful world of language learning. Yay! Because you see, Uncle Nihon, he is interested. Again, he's had a moment where he's kind of thought, you know, I think I'd really like to learn another language or two. Now, for those of you that don't know, I will explain a few things about language. Which, the first thing is that other languages interest me from a couple of different angles. One being that okay, so this is just all one big windy cave. I hear the rattles, the death rattles of the skeleton, I know I must be careful, but language interests me for a lot of reasons. One of them being it's a cultural thing, and I've always been really into the history and things of that nature. Anything that really relates to learning about other cultures and traveling and going other places. I can't really travel too much because I don't have enough money for like tickets. And hi Rattles. You're dead. Right? Yes, he's dead. Okay, good. So the wall is that way. Is there anything up here? Oh, a spawner. A poorly lit spawner. Somebody has probably already raided this chest too. Nope. I'll take all of that. What can I drop? There's gotta be something I can drop. The rotten flesh. I'll take all of that. So if I died at 106 levels, I might cry. I would cry too. Seriously, I would cry. That's terrible. That's terrible to die at 106 levels. Should probably enchant a bunch of things. Oh, hi! Hi! Ow. That's fine. Ooh, look at that. All this iron. All this iron here for me. Thank you, mysterious person who left behind all the iron in the world. I appreciate your kindness and generosity. Screenshot taken as proof. Or Proog. Proog would be better. LOL, language. But somebody has been digging around in my cave, and they will have to answer. Whoever it is, you will. I feel like I should put it on Skype. Maybe should. But I feel like somebody will have to answer for this. So mysterious person out near the wall who has dug up my ravine. You must answer for your sins, or else. Well, ha 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 ha. But in all seriousness, let's get back to the language stuff. What was I talking about with language? See, there we go. 2, 3, boop. Yes, language interests me both from the cultural perspective of learning about. That's not the cause of lag. Okay. But both from the cultural perspective of learning about other cultures and just being something that really tests me and kind of is rough. It's really hard to language. Look at me using English. Really hard to language. That's a good way. Me speak well. But in all seriousness, I do like challenges, and oftentimes I find that learning other languages and learning how to communicate with other people in other languages is rather challenging, and it's also rather fun at the same time. So I'm gonna make some just wait. Boom. And that's kind of why language interests me. So I have, at various times in my life, I've kind of spoken a few different languages. Nothing with really any sort of super fluency, like native speaker fluency. I've never, ever been that good at speaking another language. Though, you know, one could always dream and hope for something like that, but for me, unfortunately, I've never quite been that lucky. But I have spoken. Oh, there's the. So is this where the stairs go up to? It must go up to here. Aha, yeah, probably. So somebody just found the spawner and dug straight down to it. Great. But I should probably talk a little bit about my language experience, which is that I have spoken at one point or another in my long and not really so long, but not even really so storied. I was gonna say long and storied life, but that makes me sound like I'm, 100 years old, and I'm not even close to that. But I have, at one time or another, spoken Spanish, Japanese, and attempted to learn German and failed miserably. So, first things first, we can talk about the German, because that's probably the one you're most curious about, since I said that I failed miserably at it. And that's because I tried to learn German when I was like 10 years old. I did not have much of an attention span, so it didn't last for very long. But I did try to learn German at one point. I still have my beginner's German book. So I learned like hello, and that's all I can actually remember. I can't actually remember what the words are for that. Maybe I should go get that, and then we can actually have a conversation in German. I know I have at least a couple people who watch my videos from Germany, like Fairy Juice, and actually this isn't all lit up here. But I know Fairy and Elpec are both from Germany, and I know they watch my videos. So hello, guys. Hello. Well, Fairy watches every once in a while. Sometimes he gets really busy and doesn't get to watch. But I don't. Nope. I don't actually speak German right now, so I couldn't probably do much conversational-wise. Scared it was the farm. No, I didn't get DC'd. I've only been on for like 5 minutes. Or maybe like 10 minutes. Come on. Come on. So let's see. There's some redstone down there. Can I? Yeah, I can get down there. Hoop. Hey-oh. Got it. Okay. Stuck the landing. But I tried to learn it at one point, and it didn't go very well. I ended up pretty much just giving up within a couple weeks because I got bored and decided to go do something else that I thought was more fun, probably go play video games or something like that, because I was 10 years old and I didn't know any better. But beyond that German attempt, I also took Spanish in high school and college, and I took Japanese in college as well. So the Nihon part of my name is not just me being like some kind of, I guess, quote unquote, I guess people would say, oh, you're a weeaboo, or, you know, some anime fan. you just speak like super easy Japanese that you learned from anime. You know, kawaii goo. No, I actually, whether or not I actually got inspired by that because of, you know, anime stuff, that may have been true, but I later really got into the culture, and I got really interested in kind of cultural differences and stuff like that, and this started to happen as I left high school and went toward college, and I had kind of decided that I wanted to learn it and actually go to Japan, experience the culture, and not just the anime culture. In fact, I probably shouldn't mention this, but on my trip, I was very much against trying to, you know, go out and just go to all the anime shops. I did go to a few, but, you know, I was more interested in actually experiencing the culture and not so much just, you know, using it as an excuse to go buy tons of manga and stuff, which is hilarious because I actually ended up buying a ton of manga when I was there. Failure. But yeah, I took it in college, and I took it for 3 years, and I also took Spanish in college for 3 years. That was my language requirement for my journalism degree. It was a requirement that you had to take a language. I didn't really care what language you took, you just had to take 3 years of it. And I chose Spanish because I thought Spanish would be more practical for my job than French. I don't live in Quebec, so I figured I probably would not be conducting a lot of interviews in French at all. And therefore, somebody is already making a mine down here. Someone's already trying to make a strip mine down here so they can mine for diamonds and crap. That's great. I'm gonna have to move again. I'm somewhat disappointed with that, but I think the problem is anywhere I move, you know, in the next couple of weeks is gonna end up like that. In fact, I suspect that most of the area under spawn right now is nothing but strip mined out areas and empty rooms. Because that's usually what happens with these things. People just make these huge rooms that they're going to build stuff in, and nothing ever gets built there. And it looks ugly. And then, you know, 2 years later, everybody is asking for a reset because they have to go 3,000 blocks out to go get resources. You know, nobody really ever thinks these things through on a multiplayer server. That's why you see so many resets, because people get bored really easily. But I was going off topic again. I'm going to talk about language. Yes, language, not reasons that multiplayer servers reset. That is for another video, probably. I have some opinions on that, which I will make known at a later date. But for now, let's talk about language. So, keeping myself on track. Just checking for diamonds. Didn't see anything. But I took Spanish as a result of me wanting to have a practical language I could use for work. And so far I haven't had to use it because I haven't been in any areas where I have been in areas. I lived in the town that had a Hispanic minority. There was actually a part of town that was filled with a lot of people from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic who spoke Spanish as a primary or a secondary language, but I never had to actually go out and interview them because I did not work as a reporter when I was working at the newspaper in my first newspaper job, which was where we had that group, and I was working at the copy desk, so I never had to really worry about. Oh my God, somebody's just. I don't think it's fallen, but I probably should check and see if it is him. rummaging about someone has mined under my Hidey Hole. But I never actually got to put it into much practical use, so it kind of got rusty, and it's mostly, for me now, it's mostly only good for being able to read the Spanish labels on bottles and like cans and stuff like that. I can kind of understand that, but functionally my Spanish is very rusty. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Do we have one at spawn? I thought we had an utter sugarcane farm already. Okay. I thought we had one. I thought we had one. But I'll have to check on that. So that's one problem with Spanish. It's also a problem with my Japanese. I took it for 3 years, and I haven't really had a huge opportunity to use it a whole lot. So, like my Spanish, it's kind of rusted over, and it's also not particularly functional. I could read some kanji. I can read most hiragana and katakana. I occasionally will forget one or the other, get them mixed up a little bit, but I can usually figure out the words, because a lot of the times when you use using katakana, at least, it's because you're using it as a way to spell out a loan word from their language, usually English. So, like telebi or television is one that I definitely know pretty well. I want to see if I can remember a couple other ones. Aircon, so air conditioner. It's they shorten a lot of words too. Like personal computer is like pasokon. Like they take it's like really compact stuff, but it's really fun. I like the way that they tend to. Oh, let me see. What can I drop? What can I drop? Cobble. But I do like the way that sometimes those languages, you tend to see changes like that, where words are just kind of compacted and changed around. It's kind of interesting, and that's another one of the many things that I like in regards to learning about other languages. But the reason that I kind of brought all of this stuff up is because I'm kind of thinking, and I think I might have hinted at this a little bit, but I'm kind of thinking that I want to get back into learning languages. I think that's something that has been interesting me for a while, and I just haven't had the time to do it a whole lot. But I might be able to make a little bit of time now just to practice. And over the next few years, I'm kind of making plans to brush up on some of my skills and to try and learn at least the basics of some other languages. So I kind of want to, first and foremost, I want to get back to actually being able to speak Japanese and Spanish at a functional level for both of those languages. People went lag busting, probably. But let me just check I should make another furnace and split that apart. So I should make like 2 or 3 more furnaces and split it all apart so it actually smelts faster. I have 8 furnaces. What the hell am I doing making more furnaces? So let's grab that. And I'm going to grab those. And I'll split these apart. I'll take that out. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. And then put the 16 in there. And these will actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's just make this even quicker. Oh, So let's put 1 there. 8. Grab 8 out of there. And let's see what else I can make. I can make some, like another iron pick. That'd be useful. But yeah, I want to get functionally back into speaking Japanese and speaking Spanish. I think that would be very helpful for me. The Spanish, just for work in case I ever need it. And the Japanese, just because, you know what, I knew it at one time. I want to learn it again. Just because, not so much a challenge, but I want to be able to kind of regain that skill that I had before. Because I feel like it's going to waste. I feel like it's going to waste a whole lot, and I don't like that. That kind of doesn't sit so well with me. It kind of makes me feel antsy and whatnot. I'm like, I knew this. I know this. You know, I knew that, or I knew this, I guess would be the correct way to say it. Because I did know it, but I don't quite know it so much anymore. You know, it's kind of like I knew this at one point, and now I want to know it again. So that's one goal I have, and the other is just to start to kind of get some basics down and at least get a little bit conversational with a couple other languages. And those would be Polish, Irish, and at least one more language. Actually, wait, no. Polish, Irish, Korean, and then at least one other language that I'm not sure about yet. Polish for obvious reasons. It's a heritage related decision on my part. It's kind of my ethnicity. My grandfather was from where? How did I get back up? This is where I came in, but how do I go up? My grandfather, my dad's side, was originally from Poland, and my dad actually knows some of the native language, but I know none of it. And I feel like at least for me, I feel like I want to. Oh yeah, there's a gold here. That's right. I feel like I kind of want to learn it just for cultural reasons, to kind of understand, you know, the whole bit about where I came from, and, you know, kind of understanding my own background story a little bit. I think that'd be really cool to kind of be able to speak the language that my grandfather spoke when he first came to America. So that's part of the reason for that one. And then the other thing I wanted to learn Irish is also because of cultural reasons. My mom's side of the family is Irish. She's from Boston, so of course there's a lot of Irish in there. There's also some German, which is probably why I started picking up German in the first place so long ago. But yeah, I want to kind of learn at least a little bit of Irish. I think that will be a fun one to do. Korean, I don't know. That's kind of always interested me as just as another language to learn. I think it would be an interesting challenge. I really don't have any interest in picking up Chinese, though, at least at the moment, though that might be something I might want to think about in the future, just because that could be also relatively useful for business and just kind of overall, I guess, understanding, you know, one of the growing markets in the world, one of the not emerging, but one of the massive economies. You know, you kind of want to be able just to maybe understand a few basic words and kind of get an idea in case you happen to end up, in China for some reason, and you don't want to have a translator at your beck and call, so that you can have them translate all the things for you because you're too stupid to understand even some basic words. I think that kind of is another thing that, always kind of pushes me with the language. I want to try and do a good job of being able to understand other people. And I think, you know, when I travel to all these places I want to travel to, which one of the interesting things is all the places I mentioned language-wise are all places I want to travel to at some point. So I figure I should probably learn the language lest I get stuck somewhere and there's some kind of emergency and I need to be able to communicate with someone. Now Ireland probably won't be so bad because I'm sure most Irish people are also English speakers, or at least that's been kind of the experience I've had with people I know from Ireland. A lot of them do speak English as well as Irish, so I would suspect that maybe Irish is just kind of a little thing I want to do just for fun. But still, it would be nice to do that if I ever go to Ireland, to actually be able to speak the native tongue of the place that my mom's family came from. I think that'd be pretty cool. And the other language that I mentioned wanting to learn just might be, I don't know, I have a couple that I'm thinking about, but again, this is all going to kind of be a situation where I don't even know how much time I have to learn all these, so I'm going to start with Spanish and Japanese and work down from there. So how did we got a lot of stuff done today. We got full iron armor now. We need to find some diamonds, and you know, I think that's just a thing that I think this is it for me. Oh, is he heading off? Because I'm heading off too. But I think with language, oh yeah, he's heading off. I think with language, it's just something that's really interesting to me, and it's something that I kind of want to get back into. And I think with the let's get some arrows and stuff. Maybe I get a bow too. Haha. Yes, I killed him. Now I'm actually dangerous to the world. But I think that's definitely something that I want to get back into learning. I want to feel like I'm doing more than just sitting around making videos and playing in UHCs and stuff all day. And I think that might be a good way to go about doing it, because I do spend entirely too much time probably sitting at my computer making videos. So I gotta get a little more out there in the world. But I think that will do it for today's CarnisTerra video. So I'm gonna go back down in my hidey hole and maybe dig this out a little bit more, kind of make this the not so tiny temporary hidey hole of tininess. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll kind of have a better idea of what I want to do next time. I think I'm going to wait a little bit for the wall to move out a little bit more, because I think we're getting closer and closer to... Oh, that broke. But we're getting closer and closer to the area that I want to build my first house in. So I'd like to get out there pretty soon so that we can stop worrying about people digging up all the resources underneath me. And because I don't like this roofed forest so much. I don't like being so close to other people to start with, because it means that I have to split more resources with everyone, and I hate that. I want all the resources for me. They're all mine. All mine. But for now, I will bid you guys adieu. That is French. I'm not learning French, but you can say I'm du fromage. But until next time, take care, and see you back here pretty soon on the CarnisTerra server.